Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. Welcome to NoDQ Live here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Aaron Rift NoDQ. Big edition of NoDQ Live tonight because we had a very significant ending to this week's Smackdown Live. It's generating a lot of buzz. I had over 100 people waiting before the start of this video, which I'm not sure has happened in a while. Looking forward to this review tonight. Looking forward to the feedback about the show. Let's go ahead and break it down. First of all, thank you to everyone in the chat room for tuning in, watching live. And thank you, of course, to everybody out there watching on demand. I appreciate your viewership. Head over to NoDQ.com/shirts. There will be some new NoDQ shirts available soon. There will also be a Pro Wrestling Tees July 4th week sale where you'll be able to get a discount on shirts, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's talk about SmackDown Live. It opened up with Miz TV. By the way, Jeff Meacham was at the show. Our own Jeff Meacham was there in Ontario, California. It should be noted that the entire upper deck was empty, and that's not really a very good sign because the Citizens Bank Arena in Ontario is not that big. I was there for a TNA Live event, or excuse me, Impact Wrestling event back in 2012. I think they seat around 10,000. I'm guessing they had maybe 5,000 people there in attendance, which isn't great. But who cares, right? WWE just officially confirmed the news about the new TV deals in 2019 with USA Network and Fox. And did you guys notice that in the press release, SmackDown was listed as the flagship show for WWE? Very interesting. But go ahead and check out Jeff Meacham's Twitter account, NoDQ.com/Jeff, so you can check out Jeff's thoughts from the SmackDown event. I'm sure Jeff is still there as we speak, as I speak, I should say, as you guys are watching and as I speak. Jeff is there watching 205 Live, but this is NoDQ Live. Maybe Jeff is multitasking. I doubt it. He's probably watching 205 Live. He's a big mark for Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud, whatever his name is these days. Jeff got the picture with him, so go check that out over at NoDQ.com/Jeff. Jeff got a picture with just about everybody, it seems, today. So we had SmackDown Live kick off with Miz TV. The Miz introduced his guests, Harper and Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers, the tag team champions. They came out with their big rubber mallets, and Miz showed the footage from last week. Of course, it was a recap, and of course, Miz, being the slimy heel that he is, he tried to get them to join him and be the new Miz-tourage. And of course, Harper just responded by smacking the microphone out of Miz's hand. That was great. Well done by Harper. Great response to the Miz. Of course, the Bludgeon Brothers were having none of it. Daniel Bryan came out and he challenged one of the Bludgeon Brothers to a match for the main event, and it was Harper that accepted the challenge with some very poorly written scripted lines. I will say that that was the one criticism I have of this segment, but overall, Miz was great, Harper was great when he wasn't talking, and Bryan was great setting up the match. So, good segment to open up the show. Big Jeffrey just left a $30 super chat donation. Holy crap, Jeffrey, you were being generous, my friend. First super chat of the night. SmackDown was a little bit better than Raw for sure. Glad to be part of the NoDQ family. Watching 205 Live for Leo Rush. Oh, that's right. Leo Rush is debuting, so Jeff gets to see something. By the way, Jeffrey, I appreciate the super chat, but you're going to have some shirts to order pretty soon. You have your own shirt, the Big G t-shirt. There's going to be a Cindy t-shirt. There's going to be a Kayfabe Candy Ass t-shirt. So You guys save your money. I appreciate the super chat donations, but you should support the NoDQ panel and the other providers of this channel, content providers. Derek says Lio Rush lost. I'm not sure if he's trolling or whatnot. I'm guessing he's trolling. So yeah, check out NoDQ.com/shirts. We got some t-shirts. NoDQ B team gets some merchandise. Interstate Kyle says everyone's getting shirts like it's candy. And W Glass 90 says Lio Rush is terrible. We're not here to talk about 205 Live. We're here to talk about SmackDown. Some of you, I'm sure, are watching SmackDown, or should I say 205 Live while watching this review of SmackDown. Chase Ennis says, who is Lio Rush? Ryan says, when is the NoDQ B team going over on the A team? Well, never say never. You know, the B team, they're always looking for ways to rise up in the ranks, and it could be like Julius Caesar. I have to watch my back because you never know. It's happened to me before. I've had people close to me that stab me in the back, and you always got to be prepared because people that you think are your friends might not necessarily be your friends. They might say they're your friends to your face when they're really not. But I sense the NoDQB team. They are loyal. They are good guys and gals. And I appreciate the NoDQB team. As far as I'm concerned, everybody that contributes to NoDQ is part of the A team, as far as I'm concerned. But enough of that. Let's move on here and talk about the rest of SmackDown Live. So, Shinsuke Nakamura was not on the show tonight. He was bitten. This is reportedly what happened. He was bitten by a police dog yesterday prior to the live event in Bakersfield, California. According to what is being reported by PW Insider, there was a pre-show security check and Nakamura was bitten by the dog. Apparently, Nakamura did not do anything to provoke the dog, and he was too sore to compete on tonight's show, and it remains to be seen if he will be cleared for an upcoming live event that's scheduled for Japan this weekend. Nelson with a $2 super chat donation. Hi Aaron, is JM doing a live call? Maybe. I mean, Jeff is still there watching 205 Live right now, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to call in or not, but perhaps at the end we can see if Jeff wants to call in. I'm not sure. Big Jeff said the dog realized Nakamura doesn't speak English. Ooh, that might be the savage comment of the night. Ryan says racist dog. Dylan says the police dog hates Japanese folks, I guess. I saw some comments, people saying the dog was getting revenge. It was karma, making the joke that people in Japan eat dogs or something. I don't know. But yeah, everybody has a joke for this one. Sucks for Nakamura to have this happen and miss out on the match. Jeff Hardy did, in fact, compete on the show, but not against Nakamura, of course. It was Jeff Hardy doing the U.S. title open challenge, and the person to accept the challenge was Eric Young of Sanity. So we had Eric Young challenging Jeff Hardy for the U.S. title. Felt like I was watching an Impact Wrestling match, just with these two guys in it. And then there was perhaps the biggest botchamania mishap of the year so far. Jeff Hardy going for the twist of fate. He spins around once, doesn't hit it, then he hits it very awkwardly, and Eric Young doesn't fall down at the same time as Jeff. So the whole thing was just completely botched, totally screwed up, and I think Jeff might be the Botchamania MVP this year. I still remember that botch with Jinder Mahal at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Michael Wayne says it's the twist of botch. W Glass 90 says WWE is practically TNA's whole roster from 2006 to 2009. And Eugene wonders, was it the big dog that bit Nakamura? And Bryan says Nakamura got bit by a wiener dog. You guys got your jokes, I will say that. Everyone's trying to get their savage line of the night tonight, it seems. But I think right now, Big G has it. Big Jeff has the savage line of the night. But then again, he's bribing me, so maybe somebody has to top that Super Chat donation to get it. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give it to somebody if they have a good enough line, regardless of a Super Chat donation. But thank you again for that, Big Jeffrey. I appreciate it. Kayfabe Candy Ass says he got bit in the shin. Nice one. Everyone's got a joke. And Ryan says, I'm still laughing about those big cast nicknames from last week. That was great. That was one of my favorite moments in the history of NoDQ Live last week, when I had everybody contribute their Impact Wrestling names for Big Cass. Interstate Kyle with the $2 Super Chat donation. Tom Phillips pointing out AJ's long title reign. So yeah, Tom Phillips did say that AJ Styles has the longest title reign, WWE Championship title reign, that is, in 5 years. Of course, CM Punk's name was not mentioned, but it was acknowledged that AJ has the longest reign in 5 years. Will we see AJ surpass CM Punk's title reign? Will he make it to the Royal Rumble as WWE Champion? Time will tell. But yeah, that big cast stuff was hilarious last week. There was one guy on Twitter that didn't like it. He said I was being very unprofessional posting that on the NoDQ.com features section, and said I should be a better journalist instead of posting crap like that. So yeah, one person out there was not amused by it. W Glass 90 says failed test. That was one of the Impact Wrestling names. Big Jeffrey says Lio Rush won against the Jobber. That's what I thought. I figured Lio Rush would win his match, and the other guy commenting earlier was just trolling. People do that every now and then. They love to troll about 205 Live and just spout out some random results. Tony H says, always a crybaby in a group, huh? Well, in my case, there's always more than one crybaby, but that's just how I roll. Mike B with a $10 Super Chat donation, or more specifically, a $9.99 Super Chat donation. Aaron Rift is awesome. To hell your haters. They're just jackasses who are jealous of you. Let's go Team Hell Yes / No. Well, thank you for that, Mike B. I appreciate it very much. The Super Chat donation, you are awesome. And let's not jump too far ahead yet. I will talk about this whole Team Hell Yes / No thing here in a few minutes. Let's get back to SmackDown Live. Yes, Dylan, he just paid for my network subscription. Mike B is awesome. Interstate Kyle says, I'm on Team No DQ. Well, good to know, Kyle. We were kind of doubting you here for a few days, but I'm happy that you're part of Team No DQ. Michael Wayne says, I am not only who is jackass. Okay. Let's get back to SmackDown Live. All right. Now I'm trying to remember what happened. This is the part of the video where my memory is fuzzy, and in my old age, I forget things. I know there was a backstage segment with Glow. We had Naomi and... was it Lana? Yeah, it was Lana. Okay. I'm remembering now. It was Naomi and Lana. They were arguing about who the better dancer was. I think Lana said something about Naomi just twerking, and she can do twerking. And then the cast of Glow showed up. Of course, the season 2 of Glow is scheduled to be released, I believe, on Friday. And this was a cross promotion. And I think Naomi made them feel the glow. She said something along those lines, you know, because the show is called Glow, of course, and Naomi's catchphrase is feel the glow. So everybody was feeling the glow. And this was just, you know, a little cross-promotional segment to hype up season 2 of Glow. By the way, speaking of cross promotion and promoting things. Sonic. Oh my goodness. That was really annoying me. I don't remember the phrase, so somebody's going to have to say it. Tom Phillips said it like a dozen times on this show. It's the worst marketing phrase in a very long time as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know what it is. And they said it like 10 times, and I tweeted about it, how stupid it is. Somebody tell me. I need somebody to tell me what the phrase is. Sonic merged two phrases together, and it's supposed to be some sort of catchphrase, and I don't know what it is. Okay, Flipsy. So what is Flipsy? Cripsy? Crispy? Oh my god, this is the worst marketing attempt at a catchphrase of all time. Flipsy? It's like crispy and what? Crispy and what? Somebody help me here. Ryan says it's the worst live ad read they've ever had on WWE. TK says it combines two words, I forgot which. What is it? What's the other word? Crispy and what? Somebody help me here. Nobody knows apparently. It's crispy and fresh? No? I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to move on here because it's dead air now. I don't know what it is and nobody's helping me. Crispy and fluffy? Is it seriously fluffy? Oh my goodness. That is the worst. Just no. Sonic. If anybody from Sonic, anybody in the marketing department is watching this, no. Just no. Just drop it. Absolute worst catchphrase ever. Fresh, fluffy, whatever it is. It's terrible. I've said enough about it. I really hope we don't hear it again on next week's SmackDown Live. Oh, it's flavorful. It's flavorful and crispy. Terrible. Just terrible. I really hope New Day doesn't start shilling Sonic next week. I'm just done. If that happens next week, then I'm just, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I really don't. But that's a nice little segue into the next segment here. We had Xavier Woods one-on-one with Rusev. And we had Aiden English come out. Aiden English was great as usual, introducing Rusev. Rusev defeated Xavier Woods, of course, like anybody expected anything different. I think the people that write Raw probably came up with that phrase for Sonic. I mean, that's the only explanation I have for it. But back to the Rusev match. Rusev won against Xavier Woods. He cut a promo after the match. Jared says, I thought Rusev was a good guy. You thought wrong. Rusev, I guess, is still technically a heel. Rusev, or was it Aiden English? Actually, it was Aiden English. He was cutting his promo before the match, English was, and he picked up one of the pancakes. I guess New Day was chucking pancakes at him, and Aiden English picked up the pancake, the dirty pancake, as Jared puts it, and kissed it. So after the match, we had Rusev cut his promo on AJ Styles, and I guess Rusev's still a heel. Nobody should be shocked by this. We had Becky Lynch one-on-one with Sonya Deville. The announcers, I think it was Corey Graves, was talking about how Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are such a great pairing. And then right after he says that, the two of them collide into each other and Becky taps out Sonya. So now the storyline is Becky has this winning streak going. They brought up how she beat Charlotte. They brought up how she beat one of the Iconics. I think it was Billie Kay last week. Don't yell at me if I'm wrong. One of the Iconics. And then this week, she defeats... Whoa! Carl the Cuck is being a troublemaker. What did he say? Carlos. Okay, Carl the Cuck, just flat out ban that guy. He doesn't even get a timeout. But yeah, so we had Becky Lynch continuing her winning streak, and hopefully she's in the title hunt. I mean, at Extreme Rules, it's officially going to be Carmella versus Asuka in a rematch. We had James Ellsworth come out, and he was wearing the Asuka again, excuse me. Paige came out, and James Ellsworth asked her, "So you asking me on a date?" And Paige responded, "Yeah." But then as she walked away, she's like, "No, it's actually not going to be a date, and it's not a date at all. It's going to be a match next week. James Ellsworth versus Asuka." Yeah, Carl the Cock, total ban. You guys just ban this guy, flat out. So yeah, next week it's going to be an intergender match. I guess a Joey Ryan special here, or an Andy Kaufman special. It's going to be James Ellsworth one-on-one with Asuka. Angle alert. I'm sure there'll be some sort of shenanigans, or maybe Ellsworth will just get his ass kicked real quick, and that'll be that. Hopefully, Becky Lynch will be getting a title opportunity. I said opportunity, not shot. Thanks, WWE. You got me. You got me spewing your lingo now. I'm assuming Asuka will win this time, and WWE goes with Becky Lynch versus Asuka at SummerSlam. To me, that's a more marketable match than Becky Lynch versus Carmella. Just my take, though. Maybe some people disagree. Maybe some people feel like Asuka is now beyond the point of recovery. But I think it should be Asuka versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam, if it was my call. That's what I would do, at least. Let's move on here. I'm trying to think if there's another segment I forgot about. As usual, you guys can help me here. All right, so now we have Randy Jones spamming. The trolls are in full force tonight. That did not last long. You would think these guys would come up with something a little bit more interesting if they're going to troll. The guy just keeps writing Carlos over and over again. I did mention Jeff Hardy versus Eric Young, but I did not mention how that match ended. If you guys predicted outside interference by the rest of Sanity, you were correct. Sanity interfered, Usos interfered. I think the Usos just walked to the ring, there was a brawl, and then the Usos got into the ring and the match was thrown out. Of course, during the commercial break, Paige decided to make it a 6-man tag team match, which ended up being won by Jeff Hardy and the Usos. So Sanity, in their first match, their first official match, they lost. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about Sanity losing their first official match on the main roster? Are you a fan of it, or are you not a fan of it? Let me know what you think. Kurapika07 says, backwards booking for Sanity. And somebody asked about Randy Orton. Randy Orton is still out with a knee injury. The belief is that he will be back in time for SummerSlam. The Beastmaster says, rip it. Rest in peace, Sanity. Not sure why I'm saying rip. I'm just reading it as it is, but it's rest in peace, Sanity. Jacob says, who took the pin? It was not Killian Dane, it was the other guy. And I'm forgetting the name of the other guy, which is unfortunate. Michael Pollard just left a $1 super chat donation. Thank you for that, Michael. No comment, but I do appreciate the super chat donation. WGlass90 says, losing doesn't always equate to a burial. Big Jeffrey says it was Wolf that took the fall. Thank you for that. Alexander Wolf. Now I got like 10 people saying it. What's this thing about Lindsay Dorado? Is that another troll comment? If it is, put that guy in timeout. Anybody that's trolling about 205 Live, by the way, mods, just put that guy in timeout. If they are trolling and if you know what's going on 205 Live. Jacob says, at least Killian did not take it. I don't care. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I would not have booked a Sanity loss this quick, but then again, because of the whole situation with Shinsuke Nakamura being bitten by a police dog, WWE had to come up with something at the last minute. And, maybe next week Sanity will get their win back, or they'll go on a rampage. So it could just be a situation where WWE had to come up with something and they just went with this. Dylan says NoDQ lotion should get its own t-shirt. Jared says it was just dumb. Why lose a debut match if you're a hot act? Well, are they really hot if they haven't done anything? I mean, they had the vignettes for several weeks and then they never showed up, and finally they showed up. And I wouldn't say they were necessarily hot, but yeah, I don't think it does them any favors. I would have done something different. I know it was last minute with Shin getting injured, but still, I would not have booked this if it was me. Justin says, get the shovels out. All right, so let's talk about the main event, which was Daniel Bryan versus Harper. And these guys always have a great match. Going back to when Daniel Bryan was doing the storyline with the Wyatt family, these guys always have great matches together. So this was a very entertaining main event for SmackDown Live. But once again, ends in a DQ. Not a problem, though, because of the storyline. I mean, I sensed it was going to be Kane coming out. I did bring this up last week. We had Eric Rowan interfering for the DQ. The two of them beat down Bryan. And then Kane's music hit. The perhaps future mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, Kane, came down to the ring. And him and Daniel Bryan cleaned house. And then they did the big tease. The crowd was chanting, Team Hell No. The crowd was chanting, Hug It Out. Bryan was hesitating, and he was just milking it for all it was worth. This was great stuff. I thought this was really well done. And then, of course, eventually, we had the big hug. Daniel Bryan and Kane. Official Team Hell No reunion. We had Paige come out and announce that at Extreme Rules, it will be Team Hell No challenging the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. Really hot ending to SmackDown Live. I thought it was great. Overall, I thought the show was good. I wouldn't say it was a great SmackDown Live, but I did like the ending, and the show did flow pretty well for me. So I'll give it a B-. I think that's a fair grade. I still had some issues with the show, but I did enjoy it overall, and I do think it was better than average. Cindy says Dr. Shelby will be busy next week. Well, Dr. Shelby has a success story here with Team Hell No. And like I said last night, you got to have Dr. Shelby return for this Bayley therapy segment. Solid B from Justin. B+ from Bradley. Braden with a C. Dylan with a B. TK with a B. Hero Villain 5 with a C+. Aaron Joel with a $2 super chat donation. Shouldn't it be called Team Hell Yes now? Well, I like Team Hell No, because they're a team that was not meant to be together, but they are. So I don't know. I think they should just stick with Team Hell No, because that's what fans remember them as. No need to change their name at this stage of the game. I'm guessing this is just going to be a one-off. My feeling is they'll do this match. Maybe they'll win the tag titles. I don't think so, but maybe they'll stretch this storyline. See, I think Bryan's going to do something big at SummerSlam. So I think this is a one-off. Kane's just coming back. They're doing this to give Bryan something to do. And then at SummerSlam, Bryan's going to have a match with either The Miz or AJ Styles, if I had to make a prediction. And Kane will focus on running for mayor. Interstate Kyle with a $5 super chat donation. Kane is here to lower taxes and kick ass, and he's all out of taxes. So a little reference to They Live, the movie with Roddy Piper, of course. Ooh, Kayfabe Candy Ass says, yeah, get your own joke, Kyle. TK says, way to steal Kayfabe's tweet, Kyle. Kyle's being a heel now in the chat room. He's ripping on the other people from NoDQ getting t-shirts, which, by the way, will be available soon at nodq.com/shirts. Stephen Osborne has a shirt. Cindy has a shirt. Like Interstate Kyle says, everybody has a shirt. It's just like Oprah. Everybody gets a shirt. Demon of Death 19 says, boo Kyle. So, yeah, we got a little bit of drama in the NoDQ chat room. This is why you guys got to watch live, because the chat rooms always have some sort of drama, always have some sort of shenanigans, and it's a fun time. That's why I love the chat room, and that's what makes NoDQ Live so fun, being able to read these comments in real time and just have these live reactions. It's a lot of fun. Ryan says, any chance we can get a good old JM call-in? Well, Jeff's not here, and I think 205 Live is still going on, so I don't think we're going to get it tonight, but maybe on Saturday. I do plan on doing another call-in edition of NoDQ Live coming up this Sunday. Mike D says, Team Hell Toe. I guess that would be Interstate Kyle and Stone Cold Grandpa, maybe? Hero Villain 5 says the chat rooms are available on demand quite often. Yeah, they are. So you guys got to watch what you say, because the chat rooms are available on demand and people can read the comments. And if you say something really stupid, you never know when somebody's going to take a screenshot of it. Interstate Kyle left a $2 super chat donation. Cannot ban super chats, Virtue. Well, I make the decision. If I feel a super chat is inappropriate, I will say so, or I just won't read it. But yeah, I will read the super chat donations, but I do have a limit as to what I will read. If there's something too offensive or what I feel is too out of line, I'm not going to read it. Virtue says, what a mark, you're a contributor who donates. Ooh. Virtue, is that a shot at Big G too? You guys are doing a video here in 15 minutes. You just called Kyle a mark for donating. Does that make Big G a mark? Because he donated $30. You guys got a video coming up. So, yeah, I might have to get the popcorn for that one. Curious to see how Big G responds to that. I think that's the savage line of the night, but I think Virtue just inadvertently took a shot at his own co-host for his Facebook Live video. You guys should check it out. Head over to Virtue's Facebook page, whatever it is, but I think it's Louis B. Finkelstein. Just go to nodq.com/Virtue. I'm sure Virtue has a link to it. Check out their live video. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Interstate Kyle left a $2 super chat donation. Virtue banned me from commenting, so gotta use this. Kayfabe Candy Ass says, do we all need Dr. Shelby? Sure seems like it. I think we need a NoDQ therapy session with all the drama here. I thought I was done with the drama on NoDQ. I thought that was in my past, but maybe there's still some remnants of it left. Man. Interstate Kyle with a $5 super chat donation. Virtue is just mad when people talk about me instead of him. Aaron Joel with a $2 super chat donation. Fire Virtue. Should I do that again? Should I put a price on banning Virtue again like I did earlier this year? Remember that controversy when I got that $100 donation? Somebody actually called my bluff and Virtue had to take a hiatus and we had El Virtuoso appear. Do you guys want Virtue to be fired? Leave a comment in the chat room. Let me know. Tyson says Virtue versus Kyle, book it, Aaron. Most people are saying no. I think most people are Virtue fans. Virtue's a great guy. So I will always be grateful to Virtue for saving that infamous post Money in the Bank debacle with our live video. The Beastmaster says that was an epic stream. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Mike B with a $5 super chat donation. Will SmackDown remain live when it moves to Fox? Well, I would hope so, because it's still SmackDown Live. In the press release, WWE referred to it as SmackDown Live. So I'm assuming it's going to stay live. Yes, there's going to be an added expense of having to record the show 3 days later after Raw, or 4 days later. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 4 days later. But, of course, with the amount of money WWE's making from this Fox deal, it's no big deal. The added expense really doesn't make a difference whatsoever. WWE is making so much money now that they can afford the added expense of doing the live show on Fridays. David R. says, how long will SmackDown Live be? I'm hoping 2 hours. I would not rule out 3 hours, though. If Fox wants it, WWE will give them what they want. So ultimately, it's going to come down to what Fox wants. If Fox wants a 3-hour show, then we're all screwed. SmackDown's going to be a 3-hour show. Dapster, I am not going to play that game. As greedy as I am, I'm not going to do that to Virtue. Maybe Kyle. I would think about it for Kyle. Maybe I'll put a bounty on Kyle's head. Put a price tag. If somebody donates a certain amount, then Interstate Kyle is banned for 6 months. Oh man, that would be controversial. Kyle would not be happy about that. Interstate Kyle, by the way, with a $2 super chat donation. NoDQ is the best website. Love everyone involved. All right, so there you go. Kyle loves you all. Dylan Folk says $200 super chat for Kyle to be gone. I'm not going to put a price tag on Kyle. It's tempting, but I'm not going to do it. Virtue says, make a shirt called Ban Virtue. If X amount sells on Pro Wrestling Tees, then you can ban me for X amount of time. There you go. All right, guys. So stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding Nakamura and all the latest. I will go ahead and wrap up this edition of NoDQ Live. Stay tuned for all the latest, and follow Virtue, NoDQ.com/Virtue. He'll be doing a live video. If you're watching this on demand, then go check out the on-demand version of Virtue's video with Big G. Head over to NoDQ.com for that, of course. I will be back with more content this week. Another great NoDQ debate will be online soon. Plus, this Saturday, I will be doing another special call-in edition of NoDQ Live. So if you've been wanting to call in, I'm guessing it's going to be 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time, Saturday night. So giving you guys some advance notice if you guys want to call in and give your thoughts on whatever's going on, whatever's on your mind. That will be this Saturday. And on that note, I will wrap this up. I will see you guys next time for another edition of NoDQ Live.